What is up everyone, my name's Al from GamesRip and today we're going to be talking about Doom for the PICO8. That's right, PICO8 is essentially, I guess you class it as 8-bit, 16-bit, I'm not really sure. It's its own its own little system with, which is totally open source. So that allows people to obviously create games, things like that. Now obviously there's a few examples shown right now of what can actually be done on the PICO8. And we've had some great advances right now, so much so, we're now seeing Doom, that's right, Doom, for the PICO8. Should we take a look? Let's do it. So I can imagine your first question is, well, Alex, what on earth is the PICO8? Well, the PICO8 is essentially, it's a virtual console, and, it's totally open source, that's right. The platform itself is free. There's no actual physical bit of hardware here. It's all entirely virtual. So, that's a quick background exactly on, exactly what the PICO8 is. So let's get on with the show. Let's have a look at Poom. That's right, Poom. Doom for the PICO8. Before we do, we obviously got to talk about the controls because, if you're playing Doom, you're probably going to want to be playing, with a mouse and keyboard, right? Well, you can do it with this. That's absolutely right. You can use old school style. Or to be fair, you can literally just use the arrow keys and the fire button, if you really, really want to. But you can also use keyboard and mouse. Also, you can even use a controller. So, for those console gamers out there or people who just feel more comfortable using a controller, you can also use that too. There's in fact many ways to play this game to the point where you can play it on Linux, you can play it on Mac, and you can obviously just do it a fully, downloadable version, or you can play it through the browser. So there's many different ways you can play this. I'm going to obviously drop a link in the description below and obviously show it on the screen right now. Because this is one game I 100% say you guys and girls out there will want to check out. It's Doom, but not Doom, if that makes sense. It's Doom kind of reinvented. It's a new chapter in the Doom franchise. Anytime we see a new, chapter in the Doom franchise, it's always a fantastic day. So let's get on with the actual specifics of the game. So, here's a quick synopsis. Mars base, Union Aerospace Corporation experiments opened a portal to hell. Nearly lost it there. You appear to be the last human. Fight your way out. So let's face it, it's Doom all over. There's a portal to hell. You're on Mars. It doesn't really change from the standard sort of Doom format, but hey, it's more Doom in a slightly different manner, which I think is really, really cool. Now, I always love to see a different variation on Doom or a different kind of take with the same look and the same feel, and I think this really, really does it well. I mean, sometimes you see sort of people try to mimic Doom, and it just doesn't work at all, whereas they've obviously used the actual Doom sort of assets here in a good way and looking really, really fantastic. Visuals are absolutely great. Remember, this is essentially meant to be 8-bit. That's right. So it's not exactly meant to look stunningly amazing, although I think it really, really does. Things like shadow effects, lighting, music, control, everything. It's just so fluid. It just all works well together. So you're probably going to say this. Is there any multiplayer? Unfortunately not. I have to be the bearer of bad news here. This is not a multiplayer affair, which, let's face it, we didn't really expect to see it with this. I mean, maybe eventually it may happen, and to be fair, I'll be gobsmacked if we don't see a sequel to this. Maybe a slightly longer sequel. This is 6 levels, I believe, if that's right. I think there's 6 levels. You're going to be playing for about 40-45 minutes, so you can play this in one sitting quite easily. And I hope you do, because this, like I said, is a really, really decent take on the Doom franchise. Now, there's no real difference here in the way the game normally plays, in the sense of it's grabbing keys, it's opening doors, there's enemies. That's basically all you're getting here. Now, there are different, obviously, variations of the enemies here, as you're probably seeing right now. AKA the zombies. The zombies always, they always appear in these games, as well as the, the imps and, the other creatures or the other monsters, let's call them, appearing in the normal games. They're all here to see. And in fact, right at the end, we obviously get, we get the Cyber Demon. I mean, what else do we really think was going to be right at the end of the game? You know, it's always a great way to end one of the episodes, and to be fair, a great way to end one hell of a game. So I think, like I said, you're probably going to want to check this out. So obviously click the link in the description below to go and check it out, because like I said, it's another great installment in the Doom franchise. Obviously this year we've obviously seen, what was it, last year we've seen Doom Sigil, and then obviously this year we've now seen Doom Zero. So the classic franchise is still going really, really strong. Obviously we know the modding scene is absolutely huge. So you have to go and check this out. If you're a Doom fan, you do want to go and check this out. This is such a great thing to see 8-bit versions of Doom. Is this 8-bit? I guess this is 8-bit. I'd class it as 8-bit, maybe 16-bit. But anyway, a classic version of Doom, and Doom done in a slightly different way. It's still got that classic vibe and the sort of classic feel, but another entry in the Doom franchise or series nonetheless, and one you're gonna want to check out. Anyway, I've been Al from Games Re-Up. I hope you've liked this nice little look at Doom for the PICO8. I've got a couple more PICO8 videos coming out soon. One of them's Wolfenstein. I can't tell you about the rest. Like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you all soon. You can now support the channel on patreon.com/GamesRep, as well as remember to like, comment and subscribe.